Sarah, what's going on?
Hey, how's it going?
Doing all right. I lost my voice a couple days ago, so it's starting to come back. So I hope you
Um,
can hear me.
yeah, this sound fine.
Okay, cool. So today's call is really all about you. Just want to get more indication on really who you are and what you're about, maybe some challenges that you're facing, and I'm gonna provide some strategies behind that to get you that next level. Sound good?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. So I was doing a little bit of research. It looks like I'm gonna let you take the floor and kind of tell me what you're currently doing. But I did see that you got your certification through NASM. Is that correct?
Yeah. So I have my nutrition coaching certification and personal training. I'm doing their elite trainer program. So I have some other specialties that I'm working on. So I did the weight loss specialty. I have the stretching and flexibility to go through still. And then what's the other one? And then corrective exercise.
Very cool. So you've been busy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, outside of doing all that, what do you do for a living?
So currently I work at a veterinary's office, but I am looking to get out of that ASAP. I have been in the veterinary field for probably about 7 years. And I've had a lot of injuries. Last year I tore my ACL, so I had ACL reconstruction surgery. So just like a lot of injuries, a lot of trauma. So just wanting to get away from that. So
Yeah, 100%. So is the goal then to go coaching full time? Is that what we're trying to go for?
so that's what I would love to do. So financially, I don't know if I can do that without having any other income like right away. So I'm kind of looking for just like a very part-time job right now. So like I have an interview for this marketing company where you just go in and like face products and make things like look nice or whatever. And then that would be kind of like more on my own time and my own schedule. So that's kind of what I'm looking for so that I can do both.
Yeah, 100%. So it kind of sounds like we're looking for flexibility, freedom, and financial stability. Is that about right?
Yeah. Yeah.
I like it. Cool. Um, Now let me ask you this. Let me tell you this. You're actually in good. It's good news that you're actually starting to want to transition on this. Our average student is able to quit their job in about 10.6 weeks to go full time with their online fitness business if so desired, right? We have a lot of individuals that have a couple different jobs they really love, but they do it as, they do this as maybe their primary source of income. Some of them, will use this as their secondary source of income. So it's totally up to you on how you want to run it. But the average student right now is quitting in about 10.6 weeks. So literally just over, 2 months, and you could be doing this thing full time. Industry averages for online training, anywhere between 250 on the low end up to 500 per month on the upper end. So think about your education, what you've already invested in. Someone like you could easily be charging $400, probably nothing less than 350 a month on average. So let's just say your average ticket was about $400. If you had, 25 clients, that gets you that 10K a month. That's what you're really shooting for. Now, with
Yeah.
that being said, what do we need to be making to replace your current position?
Not very much. So right now, monthly, I make like 1,400, if
Okay,
that.
1,400 per month. Okay. So think about this. If we literally only had 10 clients, that'd be 4K a month right there. So we'd already be doubling what you're currently making, and it can happen really, really fast. Cool.
Yeah.
How big do you want to make this? Like, what's your overall vision?
Um, to be honest, like I haven't really thought about like how big I want to be or like because I've never I don't know, I just thought like I would just like be me and just go to people's houses and like help them and then like that's all, And so
Yeah,
I never thought about doing the online thing because I don't know. I don't know if you looked, well, you probably didn't look at any of my social media, but like I haven't even been on Instagram or posted anything since like 2021. I was looking at my stuff last night. I was like, wow, that's been a real long time. um, so like I don't post a lot. I don't have like a really big social media presence. I don't know, I just have never really. I do struggle with like depression and anxiety pretty bad. So that's kind of why I have stayed away from social media the last couple of years for the most part, because I've been doing a lot of work on myself. I have a life coach and a therapist for the last couple of years to try and help me with all of that stuff, and stay away from like getting on meds and stuff because they just have too many side effects and whatever. So yeah, so I've really been working on myself. So like my social media kind of just went to the wayside because it was just one more thing to compare yourself to other people and whatever. So I never really thought about doing anything online because of that.
Yeah.
So I
Did
don't
you
really.
get a, did you get a chance to check out? Did I send you the other day online versus in person? Did I send you that little clip?
No, no, you
Okay.
didn't.
So I'll actually send that to you later on again today, but online is great. I was a master level trainer in person for over 15 years. It's excellent. Just like for me, I'm 41. So over the years, it starts wearing on you physically, right? So
Yeah,
I was able to have a little bit more time. If we're talking about flexibility as well, you're gonna have more time and freedom on the online space. The average in-person trainer makes around 40K a year. The average student that goes through our online program is making over 77,000 a year. So those are just the averages. Coming from a guy that worked corporate, so I was like a manager in corporate as well. It takes new trainers roughly 6 to 12 months to really establish their book of business if you're going through the corporate ranks first. So you're spending a lot of time in that gym and they're taking over 60% of that payout. So it's a lot of time for a little bit of pay. If you are a high level trainer, they're still taking probably, I'd say at least 20% of your overall cut. I also worked independently as well, but then again, you have to be good at selling yourself in order to have that book of clients built up in the in-person realm. So for online, we can still market you in which a way you're not having to really spend a ton of time online. If we're just really resonating with people that you're trying to really focus on. So I love the fact that you're in therapy and you have a life coach. I think we need to normalize that a lot more because people will pay for other things. This is only going to enhance who you are as an individual, and it's going to advance your skill set, how you deliver services to somebody else, because now you're more empathetic. You've been through it, and people want to invest in other people that have had their current problems and they can show them a way out of it. Does that make sense?
yeah, for sure.
So I love that you have therapy and a life coach. That's so powerful. And I really applaud you for recognizing certain concerns within yourself and taking action. A lot of individuals will see a circumstance they've been in for a long time, but they won't take the action. They'll just, put it off the next day, or hopefully it gets better. Nothing ever changes unless we take that action. So I'm really excited for you that you actually did that. So hats off to you.
Thank
Um,
you.
would you be looking at maybe possibly like a hybrid style where we'd be doing some in person and some online? Would you be open to that?
Yeah, because I really, last year, after I tore my ACL, I started working for a chiropractor, and he also does wellness programs. So that's actually why I got my coaching certification for nutrition, because I did do a little bit of coaching through there, and like I really enjoy just like talking to people in person, because like I tried to do coaching with one person via like video chat and stuff, but I think I think it was just her, but she was a terrible client. So she really was. She was one of those people that just like tell you what they think you want to hear, and
Yeah.
then do the opposite of anything that you tell them anyways. But like coaching her through online versus talking to people in person, I really do like talking to people in person rather than always on video chats.
Yeah.
So a hybrid would be nice, just to have like a little bit of interaction with a couple clients, like even if it's just a handful of clients that
Yeah.
I would like 2, 3, 4 in-person clients, and then the majority online. That would probably work for me.
That would be great because I did the same thing. In order for me to transition out of in-person, I had to condense my workload down, but I would keep, like, for me, 5 to 10 high to get clients because you can charge significantly more in person, right? So
Right.
you keep the people that you really enjoy training, they give you a sense of fulfillment. It's a good time, like it doesn't feel like work. And then the
Yeah.
other ones you do push to the online platform where we can, impact more people because your specific story needs to be heard by thousands of people. And we can't do it if we're only in person, right? We can expand your overall reach and message through that online platform. Awesome. So we know that right now the challenge a little bit was the confidence, the mindset issue, which you told me about the other day, and then also social media. Again, you don't need to have a big social media presence to be very successful in this. We're going to identify what type of clients that you want to service and where they probably hang out most at. Okay. I service men 35 to 50 years old that are high-level CEOs. So think about the type of issues that a 35 to 50-year-old man would have. And then also out of all the platforms, where would they hang out at, right? So if you're 35 to 50 and you're very busy, you're probably not on TikTok. Hopefully you're not, right?
Right.
So I get a lot of my business off of Facebook, honestly, because that's an older demographic, right? My Instagram happens to be tied to my Facebook, so I'm still getting other people, but predominantly I'm getting off of Facebook, and I'm also maximizing my local community because I'm really well known here in the local community. So I'll go do free seminars, 20, 30-minute free seminars. I'll get 15 referrals off that. I'm also partnered with the local supplement company out here, so they give me 30 referrals a month because I'm supporting their business through my clients. So again, those are just easy ways to generate a lot of money and a lot of leads without having to spend as much time on the social media. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I love that. I love that.
Does that give you a little bit of like light at the end of the tunnel? Like, oh my God, I don't want to be stuck on social media, right?
Yeah. Yeah. Speaking of like fitness people being on social media, like they're on there every day, like every part of their life, and like at the gym and like just everywhere all of the time. And like I
For sure.
just don't want to do that. Like I just don't
Now,
want
for
to.
me, I can resonate with you when you said social media brings like a lot of mental health issues when it comes to comparing. Because like we live in a society where everything is being compared, every little move is being documented. So for what I personally did to get past that, but to still move forward with my business, I would post things that were important, that will show that I'm educational. So we wanted to show that you're an expert in what you do. We want to show a level of entertainment because we do live in a world where people want to be entertained at the drop of a hat, right? And then
Right.
we also want to speak to people's pain points. So for me, I would post something and then I'd get off social media. Okay. So for instance, I would post like I'm a husband and a father of 5. So people want to see who I am as a fitness influencer or as a coach, but more people want to see who I am outside of the gym. Right. So I'm posting things, especially for the demographic I'm servicing, because remember, 35 to 50-year-old men, a lot of those guys aren't really great husbands or very active fathers because they're so busy. I'm showing them and painting them a picture on how you can actually have a balance from the office to your family life, how you can still be that, you know, father that your kids need, as well as like a loving, supportive husband versus having the wife do everything, right? So those things got me a lot of business because like, yo, how do you do that? How do you stay in shape? How do you do this? So I'm showing them different levels of me, not just the fitness guy, right? And more people are going to resonate with who you are. They're going to purchase you because of your knowledge, but they're going to want to stay with you because they feel like they like you, they trust you, and they resonate with your story. Okay. So being very vulnerable, talking about some of the things that you're learning in therapy or from life coaching. My wife got a life coaching certification. It was an absolute game changer for our actual relationship because whatever she was learning, we were applying it together in our own personal life. And I can't tell you dramatically how that improved our sense of connection and then our appreciation for one another, right? It was a game changer. And those are things, that tools that you have that other individuals know nothing of, right?
Yeah.
Does that
Yeah.
help you out a little bit? I'm trying to paint a little picture for you.
Yeah. Yeah. It does. And when I was listening to the thing that you sent me about overcoming your fears and stuff, I didn't get through a whole lot because Sunday was a rough day, but so I got through like 4 or 5 of them so far. And just like what you have gone through are the people that you can teach. So
Yes.
I've been through a lot of shit. And so it's like, wow, like there is a whole slew of people that I can help because I have gone through the shit and gotten myself out of it and figured out how, sorry, I'm gonna cry.
Oh, you're
um,
good.
how to support myself. And I didn't rely on anyone else to do it, like I did on my own. And a lot of people, and I did used to rely on other people to make me happy. I used to rely on my husband to make me happy. Um, and stuff like that. And realizing that like only you can get yourself out of the black hole, only you can pull yourself out of it. It was a game changer for me. And so that's when I finally realized that I needed therapy. And then when I was going to therapy, I was like, man, I need more. Like
Yeah.
therapy enough, twice a month just isn't enough. So then I got a life coach. And it has been such a game changer for me, just life changing in so many ways. And just being able to share that with people, because like I have some health issues too. Like I have endometriosis, which a lot of women have that, and doctors don't do anything for you. And so like being able to talk to people about how you can work out and how you can eat better to improve your situation when doctors aren't doing anything for you, is what that would be like my target person would be somebody going through that. I also have PCOS. So dealing with that, learning how to feed myself and my body through both of these two intense things that I have, because they're very different but very similar. So it's been a journey learning how to eat properly and how to work out and how to still get movement when you're not feeling well, all that kind of stuff. So not only do I have like all of the therapy and the life coaching, but I've gone through all of that with learning how to eat right. And that's kind of what boosted me into being super interested in nutrition and how nutrition can really heal your body. And so that would be kind of like the niche or whatever that I would want to go into, because, and the other thing is like a lot of people don't realize that a lot of the treatments and stuff for endometriosis and PCOS puts you in premenopause.
Yeah.
So I'm only 33, but I'm in premenopause, which is a whole other way of having to deal with your body and exercise and eat. And like, it's just a whole thing. So,
Yeah.
that would be like my target person.
That's fucking awesome. Okay. So you've got all these things. The thing that I've taken away from all this, and hopefully you're taking away or you come to realize this about yourself, is you've been through some shit, but you're a solution finder, not someone that dwells on what cards have been dealt to you. Right. And
Yeah.
there's so many individuals that like to talk about the fucked up shit that's happening to them because they want a pity party and they don't do anything about it. You're an individual that has looked it in the face, figured out I need to take some action steps, and this is how I'm going to make my life better. You are actually going to be providing hope for individuals that haven't had that perspective yet, and you'll be able to help shift their mindset. You could be that one coach that's all they ever need. They only need one coach. A lot of people have been through multiple coaches. They're struggling to find who they can relate to, who actually hears them and understands their pain that they're feeling. You felt it, you've been through it, and now you're providing an opportunity for them to get past it and how to deal with it, right? It's not about, we can't control everything that happens to us, but we can control our reactions and the action we take moving forward. So that's fucking awesome. I'm excited for this. Cool.
Yeah. Very
Now,
excited.
what do you feel like you would need from like a business coach or a mentor? Are you looking for a step-by-step game plan, accountability? What do we need?
I guess kind of both. I kind of need hand holding at the moment because I don't really know, like I have a lot of knowledge, but I don't really know how to put all of it into action. And like what steps I need to take to make it successful. So I could be doing a whole bunch of things, but I still could not be successful. And that's kind of, I really resonated that with the videos that Chad made, because that was kind of what he was doing. Like he was just trying to do it on his own and not be successful. And, you know, you have to have a mentor. I've never been in this field before. I've never been, you know, I've never been an online coach before. So like, I don't know, I don't have like a long line of family of coaches or anything, you
Yeah.
know. I don't have any guidance or anything. And it's like when I was getting into the veterinary field, it's like, okay, Sarah, what did you do when you got into that? Well, I studied a lot, but I had a lot of people that supported me. So you have technicians, you have doctors, you know, you have all these people that are teaching you and giving you all this knowledge and helping you learn how to place a catheter or how to run anesthesia or whatever, you know, you have all this support. And it dawned on me. I was like, okay, like I need to find somebody to help me, because I just literally don't know how to put everything into motion to actually be successful and make money like I want to. And there's this physical therapy place that I have an interview with as well, but it's a full-time position. And I feel like I would just be, it's a cap on your income, right? Like you can
Yeah.
only make much money there. And I'm like, it also resonated with me in Chad's video, like you have to get fed up with your situation. You have to get fed up with people doubting you. And like in my situation, it's not even people around me that doubt me. Like my husband is like, you can do whatever you want. Of course, you can be a personal trainer. Like it doesn't matter that you're not super fit. Like it doesn't matter. Like you can do it. My mom's super supportive. My brother's super supportive. So like it's me doubting me.
Yeah.
And,
100%.
and like I'm done with that. I'm doubting myself. I'm done with being like, no, I can't do that. I'm done with being like, no, you can't be a millionaire because it's just not possible. Nobody in your family's like that. Like you can't do that either. And I was supposed to go to an interview this morning and I canceled it because I'm like, you know what? I'm doing this. Like I'm doing this. Like I'm not gonna go back to retail. I'm not gonna go back to that comfortable spot. Like I'm in the place right now where I'm just fed up and I'm just ready to just go, to just do. And but I do need a little hand holding. I do need a little guidance on how to run, you know, the business. I do have I do have my own LLC and I have insurance. I do have a website that's waiting to be published. So I do have a lot of the steps
Yeah.
already like there and in place. And like I have done research on like what do I need to have and all that kind of stuff. I have a bunch of equipment that I can take to people's houses. Or if they come to my house, I have things here. So I have taken a lot of steps, but then now it's like, okay, what do I do now?
Yeah. You got a lot of pieces of the puzzle. We're just trying to put this bad boy together and make everything fit, right?
Yeah.
Now, the cool thing about this is a lot of the things that you've had to do on your own, right? Up until you invested in a team. You're actually not going to be doing anything alone through us. You had mentioned you want that hand holding, you want that accountability, you want that support and that encouragement. You're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach the entire duration. And that individual's completed everything, like kind of like very similar like what you've been through. They've been through both courses. They have a 6 or 7 figure business built out the information in this course. You're going to have a community of people that you can take questions to. You can network. You can get different perspectives from people that are also taking the course or further along, maybe master level coaches. You're going to have group support calls every single week. You're going to have a sales coach. I mean, there's nothing you're really doing on your own outside of executing certain parts of the modules and then checking back in. It's no different than therapy. It's no different than life coaching. So you're going to be a whole group of people making sure you're successful. So I know the community is like an important thing to you. You had mentioned your family supportive, your husband supportive. That's awesome. Does your husband know that you're on the call today?
Yeah. So I told him yesterday that I have the call today. And so I have to like discuss with him, like if like what the amount of money is going to be for me to sign up, but it's more of just a respect thing that I'm going to talk to him about it, and then sign up. But I mean, unless it's like $10,000, like I'm probably gonna sign up.
Yeah, for sure. What we'll do too is, don't even worry about that. As far as financials, that's the easiest thing for me to work around. We've got a gazillion different ways to make sure it fits for your specific need and for your family's needs. But at the end of the day, if we can figure out something that's gonna, make you and your husband comfortable, we'll get that set up, and then like we can always get you lined up, then invite him to the game planning call as well, so he gets to feel like he's a part of it. Cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Awesome. So in the next 4 to 6 months, how would you like to see your life different than where it's currently at?
I would love for this to be my full-time job, especially by 6 months to a year, just full blown, just like, this is my job, this is what I do. When I talk with my therapist, she's like, you have a total entrepreneur spirit. She's like, you keep on trying to go to these jobs where they keep trying to put you in boxes. And she's like, you're at a place where you're ready to take that on, but I just have to have confidence in myself to do it. But even she says, like, everywhere that you go, you try to make healthy changes, you try to improve the business. Like, I've always been super close with the owners of the businesses. So the chiropractor that I worked for, I was real close with him. He taught me some things, I taught him some things. The veterinary office that I worked at prior to this one, I was really close with that business owner. He actually helped me realize that like nutrition was one of the things that I really wanted to do. And so like those have been really good relationships that I've had, and have really like guided me in different ways. So if I know that that's what I want to do. I know I want to be my own business owner. I know that I want to be able to dictate my own time. My daughter has tons of activities that she does. It would be amazing to just be able to provide whatever she wants to do, because as a kid, like, I didn't get that. So if like this year we had to scale back on a lot of stuff because her dad stopped paying for things. So I had to pay thing. And she shows animals at fair, and she does competitive shooting. So combined, it's probably like $7,000 a year.
Oof.
So we had to like scale that back. And I was like, I can only spend 3, like, because it was just dropped in my lap at the beginning of the year. And so I wasn't able to plan for that amount of money.
Yeah.
So nice to just be like, yeah, I have that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not a problem. That would be the best feeling in the world to
I
do
love
that.
that. Cool. What I'm gonna do next is do a quick recap to make sure I got all my notes on point, and then we're gonna dive into a high level we have to offer. Then we're actually gonna go into the modules. I'm gonna show you step by step how I'm gonna get you to your goals. Cool.
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. The only thing I didn't get from you is what part of the state are you in?
I am in Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Yes, right along the border of Illinois.
Gotcha. I'm out in Omaha, Nebraska. I'm a Midwest boy. So
Okay.
it's been like 95 degrees here. It's been storming, but outside of that. So right now we are in Wisconsin. We're 33 years old. You got certified in May with your NASM. We've been taking on a multitude of the elite trainer pack. Right now you work at a veterinarian office. You've been doing that work for about 7 years, but you are ready to get the F out. We're looking for financial freedom. We're looking for stability. We would like to train hybrid style. Our goal would be to coach full time, initially get to, over 4 to 6K initially. Right now we're bringing about 1,400, but then again, scale up as there's no cap. Our biggest challenge was confidence in the mindset, social media, and a little bit of financially. What we've tried is we've utilized a life coach, a therapist, you got certified, you did a shit ton of research, and you invested in yourself fully to becoming a better version of yourself. What you need is a step-by-step game plan, some hand-holding, some accountability, and some clear expectations. In the next 4 to 6 months, we'd like this to be our full-time job, less stress. the financial stability, the freedom to be able to provide for our daughter, give her more things that you didn't have growing up, and more importantly, doing something that truly fulfills you and is making a difference. Is that about right?
Sounds wonderful.
All right,
Perfect.
cool. All right, so next what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know when you can see this and we'll have some fun.
Okay. All right, I see it.
All right, so as you know, we're the Next Level Coaching Academy. We're actually accredited through the Better Business Bureau. So we got a rating of an A and a possible A+. And we're also backed by 3 of the largest certification companies in the world, ACE, NASM, and ISSA. So for you, this is gonna be, you'll get 1.9 CEU hours for this, which is pretty dope.
Okay, cool.
On the success ladder, you got 2 tiers. You got the 10K accelerator, you got mastery level coach. Now, 10K accelerator is ideal for an individual such as yourself who's got some certification, but wants to create some massive impact on the online space. The information this course can give us from 0 up to 10K per month in as little as 4 months, if so desired. Now, mastery level will take place when we're hitting about 10K on a very consistent basis. Our focal point shifts to becoming more of that CEO. Our goal is to hit 100K a month. So that way we can start hiring other individuals underneath us, create a whole team, and again, be that CEO we were destined to be. Cool?
Yep.
All right, our program, the 10K Accelerator, is broken down into 4 phases. The first thing we want to do is get you some clients right out the gate. Then we'll establish a solid business foundation, but we'll help you generate leads organically to maximize your overall reach. We'll develop sales and client retention strategies to help you reach, sustain, and surpass 10K per month. Now, on the support side of things, second to none, I mentioned this earlier, you're going to have an assigned one-on-one coach. That coach went through both 10K and mastery level. You're going to have private one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks with that individual to revisit the game plan, make changes, receive feedback, get very specific instructions on what you need to execute for the upcoming weeks. And then when you're averaging about 2 to 3 Zoom calls per week and we complete the sales modules, we'll introduce you to your own sales coach. This is a game changer. This will be an individual to help you teach the psychology of sales, how to maximize your return on investment, how to close down those calls at a 40% clip or greater. You'll have bi-weekly roster group coaching calls along with 5 times a week of group support calls that accommodate your current 9 to 5. That would go over client objection handling, client delivery, mindset issues, marketing, lead generation, even case studies as well. You'll have 24/5 tech support with your coach. So outside of all those game planning calls, you can text them as much as you'd like. They're contractually obligated to answer all of your questions. Now, becoming a fitness entrepreneur or any entrepreneur in general is awesome, but it does come with a level of anxiety. So we help with mindset calls, breath work, meditation sessions, just to ensure you're in a good space. And we call that the Zenpreneur method. So again, I think that'll tie in nicely with probably what you've been learning a lot within your life coaching and your therapy as well. As far as the resources go, you're gonna have the 10K course curriculum. You'll have that Zenpreneur method. We'll even provide done-for-you programming. This will save you hours of time each week. We'll give you agency outsourcing options when you're ready to make specific changes or enhancements. And we do offer an optional certification at no additional charge. That's something that you wouldn't need because you're going through a multitude of different certifications through NAS. Any questions on that?
Nope.
All right, this is the secret sauce to get you from 0 to 10K, 4 phases. Phase 1, act first. We're going to launch our business. We're going to announce to the world who we are, what we're about, but we're going to implement specific strategies to get your first couple clients. Phase 2, some of this you already have done. So you have your LLC, which is great. So you're a fully legal company, but now we need to set up your back-end systems. We also need to identify what problems you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. So this first 2 phases will take maybe a month to month and a half. And it's a one-time setup. The remaining of the time is going to be in phase 3 and phase 4 is what we're going to do on a daily basis. So we're going to teach you how to do organic marketing strategy, utilizing some of the newest software to make time more efficient. We'll also teach you how to maximize WhatsApp group for our community lead generation method. And we'll show you how to close down deals more efficiently. Phase 4 is like the fine tuning of everything. We're going to maximize your sales skills, have consistent client delivery systems, but emphasize customer support and client retention to keep people happy for longer periods of time and advance into higher levels of your programming. Any questions on the 4 phases?
Nope.
All right, cool. This is our actual course, 32 total modules. Each module has an overview link. It'll also be associated with videos. The link in the videos are tutorial style, so they'll go step by step, telling you exactly what to do. First step of becoming a full-time coach, we talked about strategies that we're going to implement. So we've got 3 different ones, okay? The cool thing is a lot of the resources we provide for you are already done for you, so it saves us a lot more time. Now the 10K Accelerator Directory, I want you to view this as onboarding material that'll help you become a better student. It really shows you how to maximize the program to its fullest capabilities, okay? The success roadmap is going to be a 2-part phase. What do we need to do to get from 0 to 5K a month? What do we need to do to get to from 5 to 10K a month? Okay, so step-by-step procedures there. And then pending your goals in your lifestyle, we want to create daily and nightly routines that's going to amplify that. As far as anxiety, fear of failure, imposter syndrome, those are all natural, normal feelings. We teach you how to move forward with that so you can move forward with your business, okay? We've also shown you what the top 10 struggles will be as a fitness entrepreneur, but we've provided solutions behind each and every one of these. Now, administration systems and Chat GPT is where things get interesting, okay? So have you started utilizing Chat GPT yet?
No. But my husband watches South Park all the time, and they have an episode on that. And so that's why I was laughing, but no, I haven't used it yet.
So Chat GPT is kind of like Google on steroids. It's like a high power virtual assistant. It allows us to do things in a fraction of the time. So we can actually set that up for creating SOPs, for creating content creation ideas, even for guidelines for our nutrition and our programming. Backend systems will show you how to use Wave or Stripe for payments, DocuSign for client agreements, Typeform and Calendly to book calls, True Coach or Trainerize to upload all of your programming, all of your nutrition into one spot. You can even customize the video so it makes it more brand specific. Any questions on that so far?
No.
Cool. Financial systems, you got quite a bit of this done. Have you did you get open up a business bank account yet?
No, but I do need to do that. I've gone to the bank twice and the bankers are never available. And I'm like, well, can I make an appointment? And they're like, no, we don't do that. I'm like, okay. So I do, but I just haven't been able to yet, but.
Gotcha. So we'll go over on how to do that as well. But then also how to pay yourself, when to pay quarterly taxes, examples of write-offs for your business. And then you had mentioned that you already have some liability insurance. So we go over all the business legalities there for you as well.
Okay.
From there, we're going to move into target setting. We're going to create your 3-year vision, your 1-year vision, your 3-month vision. We'll deep dive in your specific goals. And then from there, we're going to identify what problem you solve for individuals. Based upon that, we'll create our offer and pricing. So really understanding the value that you bring. Is this going to be a more do it for you, do it with you, or do it yourself program? The more that you do for individuals, the higher the ticket offer, which will be established upon your overall length of terms. So we'll help create high ticket offers in the structure of your pricing as well. Organic marketing. So we're going to show you how to utilize AI software, do 1 hour's worth of work and get 14 different pieces of content created out of that. So again, it's all about being efficient and convenient. And then we want to maximize your overall reach. So we'll show you how to set up podcasts and YouTube to expand your message, let people know who you are and what you're about. And then we'll show you how to market for all things Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok related. So it's more than just randomly posting, very specific strategies and resources that we implement on each platform to ensure you're getting the most out of it. We'll take all the way down to the hashtag use, page aesthetics, how to really maximize on reels, storylines, call to actions, things of that nature. Same thing with TikTok as well. So for you, you would probably implement on all 3 of these because your message that we talked about needs to be heard by thousands of people, right? So like you can maximize on all those platforms.
Okay.
From there, we're going to show you content creation made easy. We'll introduce you to Canva Basic, Canva Pro, Microsoft Designer, really cool editing features. We want your social media to be kind of like a storefront. We want to entice people to like stop by and see what you're all about. Okay, so it's really good for page aesthetics, organization, logos, branding, things of that nature. And then 10K lead generation framework. There's a few different ways we do this. The first of which is what we call earned media. I want you to think of this as like inbound marketing or people raising their hand trying to reach out to you first. So we'll show you resources and strategies to incentivize people to want to reach out with you. So a really cool example that can be very powerful for you, cross-pollination example, this. Maybe you're partnered or you're on doing a podcast with like another life coach or something. So their audience gets to see who you are. Your audience gets to see who they are. So we're expanding the overall message. We're providing new resources and new material to people that are just now experiencing you for the first time. Easy way to grow your following and get a lot of people like excited about you. free resources. You had mentioned that you love nutrition. Hey, click here for 5 days of, 5 days of gut health or something. It's an easy way to get people to really understand who you are, get a trust for you. But my favorite, the scholarship strategy, gets a lot of people enticed to want to sign up for your program. Opposite of this is what we call conversation and calls, which would be considered outbound marketing, or you reaching out to individuals first. Okay. So we talked about really first maximizing your local community, start there. And then as far as DMing, we'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you conversation and call examples. But more importantly, we're going to show you where to find all these leads on all 3 platforms, how to build and nurture those relationships, have more intimate one-on-one conversations by filtering them through that WhatsApp group. So that way those individuals are already speaking to people that you service. So by the time they get on that sales call, they have a better understanding of who you are and what you're about. And there's already a trust built. So it's a much more warmer lead for you. From there, we're going to move into referral strategy, probably the easiest way to grow your business. Friends, families, coworkers, ex-clients, things of that nature. Really, you want to show them how to incentivize them to bring you more referrals without you actually having to ask. And then from there, if you're going to be a fitness entrepreneur, you got to be good at sales. We're going to show you how to maximize your sales capabilities to set up 2 types of phone calls. The first is a meet and greet. It's kind of like a screening call. It's a 10 to 15-minute phone call to figure out if you really want to work with that individual, if you can actually solve their problems. That will lead us into our closing call. This is where we're trying to lock down that lead, turn them into a client. We'll give you specific scripts. We'll give you our entire objection handling web. We'll teach you how to create downsells and discounts. This will be massive for you, creating financing options for people who normally couldn't afford your program, and then how to lock them down once and for all. Once we lock them down, we want to go back and we want to track all this. We want to track how many calls showed, or how many calls were booked, how many showed, how many closed, and at what length of term. We'll give you resources to ensure that you have predictable data every single month and how to track this more efficiently. Objection handling is going to be all the excuses you're going to hear in the online space as to why someone can't start your program. We give you over 30 different examples that you're going to see over and over again. The more you can familiarize yourself with this, the easier it is to overcome those objections and get them started with your program. Onboarding process, someone's first 30 days in your program. So standards, expectations, what forms do they need to fill out, what's their check-in procedures look like, getting them a resource in their hands while you're building out their program, keeping them busy, keeping them excited. And then client delivery is the fun stuff, the week-to-week process and how we deliver services, but we teach you how to do this a little bit more efficiently. We also go over communication styles. What do you do if someone's ghosting you, they're not listening, they want to quit? What do we do if they've already paid and they're doing these things? What procedures do we follow, right? And then some of them, then they're acting like that, there's usually a small reason why. Some of them want a larger community feel. They want to feel like they're a part of something greater than just you and them. Some of them want more individualized touch points, and some of them want to have challenges and be gifted, okay? So we'll show you different examples and resources to get them to execute at a higher level on a more frequent basis. And then from there, we're going to move into customer support. How do we handle refunds, cancellations, pause requests? How do we track it? How do we mitigate it? And then lastly, we'll move into client retention. How do we keep people happy for longer periods of time in your program? How do we advance into the higher levels? So how do we track it? And then what are the strategies behind it? Any questions on that so far?
No, sounds good to me.
We feeling pretty good about it?
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Quick recap. It's a 4-month program. You'll have your customized game planning call. You're going to have that one-on-one coach all 4 months. You'll have a sales coach as well. You have one-on-one coaching calls every 2 weeks. You'll have the Facebook community and CEO trainings, 5 times a week of group support calls, 24/5 tech support, an optional certification, done for you programming, and the business course curriculum. Is anything you feel like we missed here?
I don't think so. Well, I guess the only question I have would be, so I would be doing all of this under my own business name, right? Not under LCA.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
but let's just pretend that you signed up today, and let's just say in 2 weeks, you had like 60 clients. We don't take anything out for that. That's all you.
Okay.
We're just showing you how to do it under yourself.
Okay.
And really quick, I want to show you some context behind this. This is pretty cool. I'm going to show you something. So let's just pretend that we're going into administration systems. Okay. So you'll click on this thing. Every module will have what they call an overview document. You click on here. word for word on how to do all of this written style. So if you're someone that likes to read, you just hover over here. And the cool thing is, once you click on these, it naturally saves to your Google Docs, so you'll always have access to it. And then if you're someone that's like more of a visual learner, let's just say you're going to set up waive for payments, you just click on this. So it literally goes step by step. It's like dummy proof. I know because I went through it, and that's how I got through it. All right, cool. Any other questions on that so far?
Nope.
What do you feel like was, I know we covered a lot, but what do you feel like stood out the most after seeing all this?
I think just being able to have the support to guide me in what I'm supposed to do. And I kind of am proud of myself because I already did some of those things. And so like I already have some of the pieces of the puzzle. So at least I know
Yeah,
I was track. But then just learning how to implement it. I'm again not really good at social media. So that having that support and like how I can utilize that to get clients, but not have to like put my whole life out there or like be on it every single day. Um, for hours at a time or whatever. That'll be really important for me too, I think. And just learning how to also like get involved with my community, like if there's like a free class that I could do, or like yoga in the park, or just whatever, to just kind of get my name out there and like just doing something that I love and just doing it for free because I'll be able to.
yeah. And then a really easy way to do that, to get those set up, like what I did was I literally just call, like my wife works in healthcare. So I had like a plug to the CEO, so I could just like email him or call. But you could literally call up your local YMCA or places and say, hey, I was wondering if you guys would be interested in just some free education, 20-30 minute conversation, or you'll target specific places that needs that. And then
Yeah.
most times people are pretty open to letting you do something, especially if it's free. And then if they
Right.
get enough people, that's where you get those referrals.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. Did you get a chance to check out any testimonials?
No, I didn't. But there was a lot of people from the chat thing getting signed ups and everybody's hyping it up. So I'm sure it's good.
100%. I'm only going to share a couple with you just so you can kind of see what the average person's doing. This is pretty cool. First one I'm going to share with you is Karina. The reason I'm going to show you Karina is because she was all about family and she had 2 kiddos. I know that you said you want to do more for your daughter. This is why I'm sharing her. So Karina was making about $2K a month. So just about 600 more than what you're making right now. Her
Yeah.
goal was to travel, spend more time with her kiddos. Her first tattoo indicates when she started NLCA. Bottom tattoo indicates when she quit her job. After 6 months, she was collecting 10 to 12K on a regular basis. She's now making 15K a month. She works 35 hours a week.
Yeah.
So huge right there. The next one I want to share with you, Lacey. Lacey was in a really financial rut. She was working as a nurse during COVID, going through a nasty divorce with kiddos as well. She had negative 8381 in her bank account. She got really resourceful, ended up getting a loan. And after 6 months, she started collecting 10K months on a regular basis. She's now actually our mindset coach, which is insane. She has a whole team underneath her now. She's averaging probably close to about 20K a month.
That's
So
awesome.
it just kind of goes to show your circumstances can change pretty drastic. Now, averages, I like to show off what our basic student does. So 73% of our students sign their client month 1. On average, it takes them 1 week to do so. So cool stat behind this. The individuals that sign their client month 1, by the end of month 4, are averaging over 8K per month. The individuals that don't sign their client month 1, but by the end of month 4, are averaging over 6,500. So just to be a basic mediocre student, 6,500 to 8K, which is phenomenal, right? I
Yeah.
mentioned this one earlier as well. On average, people are quitting their job in 10.6 weeks to go full time. So this could be you really soon. And then of the students who do hit a 10K month, it takes them on 13 weeks just an average to do so. So just over 90 days, they're getting to that 10K mark. Okay. Any questions at all so far on the averages? And our students are grading the program a 4.6 out of 5 on average. Any questions on that?
No.
Cool. Did you get a chance to hear about the 3 times your investment guarantee?
No.
Okay, that's a big deal. A lot of companies have what they call a money back guarantee. Everyone's got that. We have a 3 times your investment guarantee, or you get 100% refund. Now, to qualify for that, you just got to attend your game planning call, attend all of your one-on-one coaching calls, which is only 2 per month, 1 group support call each week, charge at least the bare minimum suggested price of $250 or more for services, run a scholarship program within your first 90 days, which is only going to get you clients. Don't spend longer than 2 weeks on the optional certification, which you wouldn't need to because you already got multiple certifications, and no late payments. If you do all that, show up, utilize our resources and our coaches, we guarantee you will 3 times the amount you make, or you get 100% refund. Cool. Now,
Yep.
year to date, we've helped almost 3,000 students. We've only had to return 1.6%. So we're doing pretty damn good. Any questions on that?
Nope.
All right, cool. Next, we'll talk about the investment portion. What's this going to cost us? There'll be a payment plan. There'll be a paid in full option. Payment plan means we put down a down payment. We spread it out over 4 to 6 months. Paid in full just means we pay the whole thing up front. We save a significant amount of money. We also have extended payment plans. We have financing options. So no matter where you're at, I can find a way to make sure we get you in and get you started. Cool?
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. What's this going to cost us? Only $100,000 in your left kidney. I'm just playing. There's a payment plan of $7,300. There's a paid in full option of $6,500 that saves you $800. Out of those 2, which do you think works best for you?
Probably the I don't know, because we could maybe do the 6,500. I would have to talk to my husband because I do have a credit card that I could maybe put that on.
Okay.
Or we might be able to figure.
Talk about. I can actually help you and your husband with that paid in full option. Okay. So what we could do, I love your story, by the way. I didn't get to tell you earlier, but when you were talking about, you kind of went on this really emotional conversation about you're tired of doing this. You know you can do this. I had goosebumps. I meant to show you, and I was like, man, she got me hyped up. I'm ready to go. But we could turn that paid in full, split it. Okay. So essentially, if this helps you out, we do $3,250 down today. I'd give you 60 days to pay out that second half. Okay. So that way it gives you time to get clients, it gets your confidence up, and you don't have to shell out all that up front. Now you totally could, but at least that's another option to help you out.
Yeah. That might work. That might work better. Just because then, I don't know. I'll talk to my husband. I mean, I'm really the financial person. He doesn't do any of the finances. I do. But just to see what his opinion would be, I guess, if he just wants to pay it all in full, or if he would rather like have a little bit and then we can pay that down and then, I don't know. So.
Yep. So if we did the PIF split, we just put the half down, and what I do is I'd get that same credit card. It would just auto pull in 60 days, and you can always pay off earlier as you go if you wanted, but it's essentially just 2 payments. Now with the average, if you did a payment plan, we just put down a significant down payment or a certain amount. This can be ideal for you and your husband. I'll tell you what the average amount down is. It's usually around $2,300. That takes that $7,300 down to $5,000. You divide that over 4 months, it's like about equivalent to, which is probably 3 to 5 clients you would need to make that back pretty easy.
Yeah. I think I would probably rather do one of the paid in full options.
Okay.
Just then it's just there and done, and then I can make payments on it as I need to, instead of like paying a little bit and then having that obligation to pay the monthly ones, and just kind of get it out of the way,
For sure. Cool.
So for the half and half, so it'd be $3,250 down, and then in 60 days would be the other.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I guess we'll just do that.
Okay. You ready to do it?
Yeah, we'll just do it. I mean,
Let's go.
He bought a car for $25,000 without asking me, so I guess I can do this, right?
He already knows you were gonna do it.
That is true. He did know.
He knew.
Um, let me find the credit card.
Cool.
Oh, dang it. Wish I had his other card. Actually, we just got a new card that has less percentage on it, but he has it with him. So is there a way that
I know what we could do.
get that?
I could actually send you the invoice, and that way you can get that card and invoice.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah, because well, I wouldn't be able to do it until later tonight because I don't get home until like 6:30. But or I could just send him the invoice. I could just forward it and then he could do it.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
at least
we can
that
do
way
that.
we get your client agreement all set up and we get the payments all set up. And that way you just text me as soon as you do that. I can send it over to the onboarding specialist. If we get it done before, within the next couple hours, I can get you onboarded today.
Okay.
Does that work for you?
Yeah.
Cool. Let me share my screen and let's do this together.
Okay.
Pretty simple. This is going to be one of the payment systems we actually teach you how to utilize in our program as well. This one's called Wave. It's really good though when running your business to always have maybe two backup systems. So we do show you Wave and Stripe. Wave is my primary one, but I do also have Stripe activated as well, just in case like, one of the systems is down. You always want to make sure you have something backed up just in case.
That makes sense.
And then also when you're dealing with your own personal clients, like you always want to try to at least get, I'm not gonna do that to you, but have 2 credit cards on file just in case, because sometimes things happen. They're on vacation, maybe they, let it expire. You want to make sure that your monthly payments are always coming in, so you don't have to have those weird conversations. Like, hey, I didn't get paid. What's going on?
Right.
All right, cool. So this one's really simple. You're just gonna hit add customer. We're gonna create one. Okay. And then I got to go back to our text to make sure I'm spelling your name correctly.
That'd be good.
Yeah, that might be helpful, right?
Yeah.
And it's Ottman, correct? Ottman?
Yep, that's correct.
All right. And what's the best email for you?
Sarah.ottman11@yahoo.com.
What? There's another Yahoo user in the house? I thought I was the only one. I love it. Cool. And what's the best phone number for you guys?
262-498-0596.
Oops. And then while you're thinking about it as well, when I move to the next, if there's a picture, you can send me a picture of you. You can send a picture of you and your husband, however you want to be viewed by others. Send that to my phone because I'll send it to the onboarding specialist. When you're on our private Facebook group, it's going to say, hey, welcome Sarah to 10K Accelerator.
Okay.
What's a good email? What's a good address for you?
So is this for shipping address or just regular address?
Just billing.
Okay.
Billing address.
So 324
Okay.
Sumner, SUM as in Mary, N as in Nancy, ER Street.
Is this bottom one?
I don't know, I can't see.
Genoa City, Wisconsin?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay, cool. Is this a house or apartment?
House.
Awesome, cool. So then what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna hit 10K Accelerator. And then we're gonna go 3250, and in the parentheses, I'm gonna put what this first one is. So we're gonna put PIF, which stands for paid in full, split, and I'm gonna put payment number 1. Okay, so you know what that means. Okay, so then I'm gonna hit this, and then I'm actually gonna send you this invoice. I'm gonna put payment one of split TIF. Okay, so go ahead and check your email, make sure you got that. You might have to check your junk or spam, but it will be from you'll probably see it from me, from Jeremy Rutherford, IPEPro@gmail.com.
Okay.
Did you get it?
My internet's being really slow. It's
Okay,
not
cool.
loading.
Okay.
Try again.
The second one will come out September 18th.
Okay.
So when you guys pay that invoice, just make sure you save one of your cards on there, and that's how they'll use that card, just pull on the 18th.
Okay. Yeah, I got it.
Perfect. Cool. So as you see down here, this will just show that the next invoice date will come out on the 18th. So you're solid there.
Okay.
And then now I'm going to go in and everything that I promised you, we're going to put that into an agreement. Okay.
Okay.
This goes pretty fast.
Sorry if I'm super close to the camera. I'm on my phone, and so like it's really small.
No,
So
you're good. You're good. No worries. Okay. Min 11, correct? At Yahoo.
Yep.
Cool. And do you think that he'll probably have this paid off before this afternoon?
Yeah, I'll text him and tell him that he needs to do it on lunch.
Okay, cool. And then shoot me a text as soon as that's done, so that way I can make sure that we get you onboarded today.
Okay.
Cool. All right, so this is going to say this came into agreement today, which is the 18th. Man, this month flew by. I can't believe it's already the 18th of July. It's pretty crazy.
I know.
Way too fast. Program itself is 4 months long. Start date, we're going to put it as of today. So we're going to start it as 7/18/23. End date will be 11/18/23. And then as you see, everything that's still included, as we just discussed, you'll initial there. I'll give you props on where to initial. And then here's what we're going to put in what we did today. So we're going to put 10K accelerator. Yeah. Split. Client. Oops. These client paid 32.50. 7/18/23. Client has remaining 32.50 to pull 60 days from start date. You're where it says routing account number, that's if you were to ever need to utilize your guarantee. So you just put your routing account number in there. If you don't want to do that, just put NA, no big deal. But that's usually how they pull your guarantee. That's how they reimburse you.
Okay.
And then I've got one more place to sign, then I'll send it over to you, and then I'll have you sign it. We'll just double check it, and then we'll get you out of here. Cool.
Sounds good.
I am pumped for you. Super pumped. Make sure
Yeah, I'm excited too. I'm excited.
I think you're going to crush it. And I think it's going to be a really cool success story. I'm going to be like, hey, I helped sign her. All right, cool. Check your email and go ahead and e-sign that and just send it now.
If I were to need a refund, would they just contact me for my information? Because I don't have it right at the second.
Yeah, just put NA for right now. That's not going to be a make or break deal.
Okay. I mean, I'm not going to need it.
Yeah, yeah. We're going in that mind frame that you're going to crush this.
Yes. Okay, done.
All right, let me double check. Yeah. Boom, she signed. Great. Now let me show you one more thing. Okay. So once you text me, this is what's going to happen next. Okay. So next steps here, you'll receive a text message from an onboarding specialist, probably Chelsea. And I'd say by the time you submit that payment and you let me know, I'd say anywhere between 1 to 2 hours. They're pretty good at like getting you on board pretty fast, depending on how busy they've been. But you'll definitely be onboarded today. You'll receive a packet with a ton of information. You'll have your course access. You'll be able to book your game planning call with your coach. You do not have to wait for that game planning call with your coach to start the program. You just dive on in, which is awesome. Now, cool thing about this is I want you to pay really close attention to this part. Right where it says, welcome to NLCA's 10K Accelerator Program, you want to click on that and let it play through its entirety. That's like your orientation video. That will unlock the rest of your program. If you don't play it, it won't unlock, okay? Now, the other thing too is those overview modules, every time you go to a module, just go ahead and click on that thing right away first, save it to your Google Docs, but let every video play through its entirety, because that's how they track who's actually going through the course to 100%. If you don't let it play through, it will not count as 100% completed. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Any other questions for me?
I don't think so. I do work today 1:30 to 6:30 Central Time. So if they do contact me, I might not be able to contact them until after I'm out of work, but
No problem. It'll just be via text.
okay.
So you'll just see your phone. You'll just be message text, and then when you ever get an opportunity to respond, go ahead. But you're just gonna have access to everything.
Okay.
Now, as far as what do you want me? How do you want me to look for my phone? I want to make sure I don't miss your text to get you moving. I have some calls back to back, but I want to make sure I get all your information submitted to them. What time's your husband's lunch typically?
It's kind of whenever, but I think it's usually kind of been between like 11:30 and 1.
Okay, cool. So I'll keep my open for 11:31, but just text me and say, hey, invoice is sent. Main thing, have them save one of the cards on file. Okay.
Okay.
And then shoot me a picture as well to my phone so I can send it over to the onboarding specialist as well.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Super pumped for you. Let's go, Sarah. Let's go.
Yeah. I'm very excited. Very excited.
All right, cool. Well, I look forward to hearing everything great about you. I'll check in every time to see how things are going, but I am pumped. I think this could be a game changer for you.
Yes, it's definitely going to be. It's gonna. Putting that out there, it's gonna be.
It's going to happen. All right. Well, you have a phenomenal day. I'll look forward to your text.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.